everyone, and welcome to vlog 50. 50! I'm so excited. When you start a knitting vlog, a crafty vlog like this, it's all easy to do at the start, but you never know if you're going to keep up. And I did it. This is my 50th vlog. I also have over 1,500 subscribers, so that's also really exciting. I had 1,500 subscribers last week already, hence the big giveaway, which I will announce the winner for at the end of this vlog. And we are at the start of my 40 vlogs series. Last year I had a Lent project, and this year I was not happy with my design for Lent, so I decided that I did not want to launch that design because it would stress me out like crazy. So I decided not to do that, but I did decide that I was going to do the 40 vlog series. We have this weird shade on the wall. Well, I'm so sorry. I just recorded my Dutch vlog and I was sitting somewhere else, but my phone battery is nearly dead. So I had to move because I have to be plugged in. Otherwise, I could not do the English vlog. Let's see. I built my entire yarn cave around me, but I need my notes. And here they are. So, welcome. If you are a new viewer, I am so glad you found your way to my YouTube channel. I hope you like what you see and I hope you will stick around. I will talk about my crafty adventures and about my indie dye adventures. I have a web shop for hand-dyed yarn, handy crafty notions and my designs, and I hope you will stick around. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I'm so glad you are here again. I have 2 finished objects. No, I have 1.5 finished objects. The finished object is for the Christmas ornament make along, and it's this Christmas bulb. It's crocheted. You crochet 2 halves and then you crochet them together, and you can put a styrofoam ball. That is probably the name, the word I'm looking for in here, but I didn't have one, so there's just fiberfill in here, but that's okay. The orange and the green are leftovers from my parachute. The white is just a plain undyed regia, and the light blue is something I hand dyed myself, and it's one of the minis that I dyed for the Wool Hobbies Advent calendar. So another ornament for the Christmas ornament make along. The half finished object I have is my scrappy sock. I just grabbed some colors that I thought would match nicely, and I started my scrappy sock, and whenever I changed the colors I did this slip stitch pattern, which I alternated from color to color. I did 10 rounds per color. I added the heel right in the middle of a collar, and I used the same color for heels, toes, cuffs. And it has a great fit, and I like this heel so very much. This is just a regular Dutch heel, but this strip of garter makes it so easy to pick up the stitches, and you have no holes whatsoever at the side of the heel. See? There's a tiny hole here that I still have to graft a little, but as you can see, it is a very, very nice and smooth transition. To avoid second sock syndrome, I cast on the second one right away. I did the pop of color and the first rounds of the green, and I put in some knitting jewelry, as I like to call them. I think I'm going to match this one. What do you know? My previous pair of scrappy socks were my dice socks with 20 colors, and I did not bother to match. I just rolled the dice each time I was changing colors and just went along with that. So, but I think I'm going to match these. I kind of like that as well. I was just telling in the Dutch vlog that since I'm going to do these 40 vlog series, I would like to train myself in not saying that much and not making them sound, because it occurred to me that I do that a lot and I don't want to. And now you are going back to my other vlogs to see, is she doing that a lot? Let's go on to works in progress. I promised that I was going to show you a stack of granny squares when I had a stack. Well, I do have a stack, but I pinned them together. These are folded in half. I pinned them together to see how the fit would be. This is the other side of the cardigan. So I just wanted to see how it would fit around me, because since I lost some weight, I have always had a problem with deciding which size to make, which size to buy in clothing as well. I always go way bigger than I actually am. So I'm always wearing very oversized clothes. And for my knitting and my crochet, I was like, I should really try my best to make something that is closer to my actual size. My love note was pretty big, of course, because I started it over a year ago, and over the year, well, really over the past 1.5 months, but over time, I got a few sizes smaller. So I really wanted to check how this would fit around me. And of course, there's going to be a knitted button band, which also gives you some slack. And there's going to be knitted cuffs. But I think I am pretty close to what I need. And that's even more difficult because it's crochet, in my opinion, because I have not crocheted in a really long time. This should be finished within the 40 vlog series, because I want to wear it to my next yarn show, which is in April, mid-April, and this 40 vlog series is running up to Easter, so that's March 31st, I think. So by the time this series is over, I should be very close to finishing this, or have it finished. So to be continued. You will probably see me crocheting a lot these coming vlog series. That was my Ariana cardigan. I was watching Noble Character Crafts, and she is crocheting one too. And it's so pretty. She's using all these different colors and all these different squares. And it's really beautiful. These are all the same squares, but that was a choice I made. But she is doing all the colors. So I could see making myself another one in the future. If I like the fit that this one gives me, of course. My Ariana cardigan. Then I have my Penta Pillar pullover, the test knit that I'm doing for James Nolan Watts. This was the first strip, and I have 4 now. And this is the back piece. It needs 5 strips, so I need 1 more on this side. I'm using my advent calendar that Esther dyed up for me, and I'm having so much fun with my, well, kind of nostepinnen. There are 16 colors in here so far, and there will be 4 more, but I have 24. So I can see which colors I have used already, because they are in a tiny mindful winded yarn cake. And the colors that I haven't used yet are still in a little skein. So over time, of course, they will all be little yarn cakes. But I want to keep up with what I'm doing here. So I don't want 2 colors next to each other, 2 of the same colors. And I do want to alternate variegated and semi-solids. This is such a nice and easy pattern. And a strip is really not that much work. It's just that I don't have indefinite knitting time. I need to dye up quite a lot of yarn. I need to design. I need to see my clients for my Bowen clinic. And there are a ton of other things that also need to be taken care of and done and whatever. But I am enjoying myself enormously with this knit. So you will see a lot of that as well the coming weeks. Then we have, let's see, Kiersey's sweater. I told you a while ago that Kiersey bought a sweater 6 years ago. And she wore it to bits. It has been washed a lot, and it's just not wearable anymore. Oh. This is the sweater. It's just a straight body, nothing really special. I can't really see what I'm showing, but the fun is in the sleeves, as you can see. And she had so much joy out of this sweater that she asked me if I could design her one and knit her one. Well, she asked me if I could knit her one, And I was like, well, if I'm going to knit you one, I might as well write down what I'm doing to see if I can make a pattern out of it. It will probably not be exactly like this. Well, it definitely will not be exactly like this. And but I have been making some progress. It's all a very vulnerable setup here. I'm trying so hard not to make the camera wiggle a lot. Last weekend we had we celebrated the birthdays of our boys. Sven turned 26 on February 4th and Lars turned 28 on February 9th. And ever since they have something to say, they celebrate their birthdays together. Birthdays are a much more important event for Sven than they are for Lars. Sven is our mentally disabled child, but Lars is always a good sport and celebrates his birthday together with Sven. They both don't live here anymore for many years, but they do come home, and then we have the grandparents and my neighbor and my sister and, well, some family, so that's always nice. That was last Saturday, and one of my best friends was having her birthday as well, and she lives about a 75-minute drive from here. So in the evening, when our celebration were over and everyone went home, we went to her birthday. So we had a 75-minute drive ahead of us, and I brought this sweater to knit on. And I managed to knit the back part. I think I might have continued a little too long. This is where I was last time, by the way. So I knitted this part in the car. It's just straight stockinette. Knit the first needle, purl the second needle. Hence I can do it in the car. I did bring, however, my hook light. And whenever I think I made a mistake, I just click it on really quickly, see what's wrong, and then turn it off again. I might have knitted too much here. The only size I forgot to take is the size from the shoulder to the underarm. So this might be too big, considering that you don't want a very wide sleeve, because we have these ruffle stuff going on in the end. So, but I do need to wait until Kirsi will be here again. However, I put the back stitches on a cord and I started the front part of the shoulders and eventually closed for the neckline at the front. So I can continue working on the front panel for a little while, but then I will just have to wait until she comes home again so that we can take proper measurements. I so hope that this project will be a success. I've never designed a sweater. The last work in progress that I've been working on last week is the Mijn Warme Wolhobby cowl, My Warm Wool Hobby. And here is the progress keeper from where I was last time. So this part has been added to my cowl. It has all these lovely hearts. This is a design my sister made for my birthday, and I love knitting on it. It's in my own yarn. Vuur en bos, fire and forest. And this is my Excuse Me. This is a very light beige. It's not undyed, it has been dyed, but just very lightly. For one round of the pattern, you need 3 charts. So I put them all into Knit Companion, but I messed up a few times. Then I did go up a row, but I forgot to switch charts. And then halfway I was like, why is this different than expected? So I made some changes to my way of working. We have the donut here that I got from the lovely Anina. So my first chart, the first 50 stitches, are named donut. Then I have my little llama here, or alpaca, but I use the word llama because it's shorter. So alpaca, llama is the second chart, or maybe I did use alpaca. Well, that's not important. And magic wand is my third chart. So if I forget to switch charts, I can just check which stitch marker is on my needle at that moment. And then I can easily see where I'm at in the pattern. I think I told this before, I'm using 2 different needle sizes because this needle, the thicker one, is the important one. It determines your stitch gauge, but this other needle is just for parking stitches. So I decided to put a thinner needle point on this side of my cable. I have because it just slides the stitches. It's just easier to slide the stitches around. I think those are the projects I have been working on last week. Let's see, Ariana, Penta, Mauer, and my Wamwamwabi. Yes. I got a question from one of the Dutch knitters. She asked me how many special stitch markers I currently have. I did not count them, but I do like my knitting jewelry in all my knits. And I have many works in progress. If you have been watching for a longer time, you know that I have so many projects in hibernation and that I don't bother. They're not in the way, and there will be a time that I will enjoy knitting on them and can't wait to finish. And in all those projects, I have stitch markers and I enjoy them a lot. If I'm knitting and I pass them again, I'm like, ooh, nice. So I did not count, but I was wondering if you can ever have too many. Any ideas? By the way, I would love it if you leave a comment for me, not only today, but for all the vlogs that I record, because it keeps the interaction going, which I like. So leave a comment. Tell me about your stitch markers, your knitting jewelry. Do you have a favorite, or do you switch them up all the time? There was another question from a knitter from Belgium, and she asked, what projects are suitable for mini skeins? I will do a separate video in which I will show many mini skein projects. I did design 2 myself already, and the scrappy socks are also very suitable for mini skeins, of course. But I will try and find a collection and tell you something about it. And that will probably go live somewhere in these 40 recording series. We will just see when. Then I have exciting news, because I can offer kits for the new Paper Daisy Creations Mystery Knit Along. Lisa is launching a new Mystery Knit Along on March 6, but it went live yesterday. It is the Line Dance Mystery Knit Along, and it's a cowl. It's not a very big project. Like the Secret Forest Mystery Knit Along she launched in September. This is her smaller Mystery Knit Along project. You need 5 colors. Color 1, 107 yards or 97 meters. Color 2, 101 yards or 92 meters. Color 3, 90 yards or 82 meters. Color 4, 89 yards or 81 meters. And color 5, 160 yards or 106 meters. You need 5 colors, and in the planning sheet she gives great suggestions about which color should go where. And about the Line Dance MCAL, she says, this bandana style mystery cowl is unlike any you've knit before. Almost all of the stitches are simple, yet they come together in a unique and surprising way to keep you guessing until the very end. Lines of color and texture will dance across your needles as you create this happy new addition to your wardrobe. Addiction to your wardrobe. Oh, I don't have a wardrobe addiction. I don't like shopping at all. And I'm growing more and more fond of the slow fashion of knitting and crocheting my own clothing. Okay, so let's go back. The clues are relatively short and easy to work, making this a quick project to add to your queue. Shop for yarn or dive into your stash, then join the knit along discussions online. After all, a line dance is most fun when you join a crowd. Her head dyer, master dyer, is, as always, Miss Babs from the US. But Lisa really wants to provide a list of indie dyers for people all around the world to order hand-dyed yarn, so they don't have super high shipping costs. So I'm so glad I get to offer kits again. I have 3 kits listed on my website, and if there are any wishes for a custom kit, people can always send me an email, and then we will see what I can do for you. The important dates are March 6th, then the first clue will be released, and the 2nd, 3rd and 4th and final will be released on March 13th, March 20th, March 27th, and April 17th is the last day that you can post pictures to win prizes. How exciting! Later this week, I will have other exciting news about this design, or this designer, really. Okay. It is time to announce the giveaway winner. And the giveaway winner is, and I'm sorry, it's a Dutch knitter. I put together all the comments with the hashtag bollenwinder. Again, I'm sorry, I won't do that again. A Dutch word as a hashtag to make a chance to win something. That was really silly of me. But you all the English knitters that commented did use the correct bollenwinder, the correct magic word. Actually, you did better than some of the Dutch ones. But anyways, the yarn cake winder has been won by Astrid van Everdingen 5180. I hope she will contact me soon via linda@wolhobby.nl to send me her shipping information so that I can send it out to her. Okay, that's it for now. I will probably add, or have added already, some footage that I recorded earlier today of me dyeing and winding yarn. And the next 39 vlogs will probably not be as long as this one, but I had a lot to show you and I wanted to tell about all my projects. So now I'm going to edit this and put it online. If you see this and you are not a member of my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe. You would make me so happy. And furthermore, give a thumbs up, because that will help the algorithm to make this channel known by more people. I don't know exactly how the algorithm works, but it's something like that. And giving me a thumbs up and subscribing certainly helps. Okay, this morning when I woke up, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. We are going to start a 40 series. And that means I will get to say, I will see you again tomorrow. Happy crafting. Bye bye.